Just about set for football now here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC West. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. They'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
They go play action with Stafford. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Parkinson in motion. Throw on third down, Stafford. That one into the hands of Atwell. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And first down, it is Williams. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Second down, it's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Kyron Williams, the intended receiver there. And now it's fourth down.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on third down. I mean, if he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, first down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory. And that was really well defended along the back end, Mike, and with nobody open downfield, he's got no choice but to turn into a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's complete. He's got power. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Seattle.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
To throw again is Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with one more. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
That's already 2 catches for this guy, and we haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Darnold. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On the give, this is their fullback. Oh, he's trying to use the big frame to push forward, but I don't think he's going to get there. He's held up at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The motion man is Nakua. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Williams gets it on the draw. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. First down, L.A.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. A pitch comes to Williams, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Sean McVay will send out the field goal unit. His kick is perfect, and the Rams will take a 3-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. Cup in motion. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it
the pressure too much, and he goes down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Xavier Smith is deep for L.A. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Parkinson in motion. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5. From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Stafford out quick to Adams. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. Pass is caught left side, that's Parkinson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football from the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd down as we are ready to get back underway. Stafford gets this one out quick to Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds, gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
3rd and 2, Stafford. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
All right, so in these 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging 4th down decision.
The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And will mark him down up beyond the 30. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
Shaheed in motion. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Tackle made by Nate Landman. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Throwing, Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's not often that you see a running back be the one that the defense decides to double team in the passing game, but to me, this feels like the defense was tipped off. They knew what was coming. They knew where the quarterback was going with the ball, and they were able to put a stop to this one really before it got going.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. To throw is Darnold. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
Darnold now to throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. Second and 5. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top. Parkinson in motion. Here's Stafford now on second down. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Byron Murphy getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
The play clock down to 0. And this, not the best of sequences. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. Parkinson in motion. To throw is Stafford. Moving left, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's first and 10. In motion is Barner. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Headed left, buying time.
That play had sack written all over it. So that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, Even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Darnold to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's Darnold. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here's Michael Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. It's another run here for Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They put Adams in motion. Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Here's a 2nd and 12. Back to throw is Stafford. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Throw on third down, Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Two minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We're back to Seattle after this. Here's Ethan Evans now, as he is on to punt for the Rams. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Darnold to throw on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Got it with Smith and Jigba. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. They're able now to go down and come away with points.
And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Seattle.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Seahawks move out to a 7-3 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. On the give, it's Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Play action now for Stafford. That's to Parkinson, open right side. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And is caught left side. That's Parkinson. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground. And they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go with Williams. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got it at the 7. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Parkinson in motion. Out of the gun, Stafford. To the goal line and in. 2-2 Atwell. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
The kicking team on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams are on top. It's now 10-7. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Darnold. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. He'll go play action with Darnold. First down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll locate Cup. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Whoa! And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half. On first down, Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Rams first down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Now it's Williams. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 4. Stafford. A dive, but too far out in front of him. Incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I could promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Now Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Parkinson in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
The Rams punting unit coming out. Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. they rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in, and it's second down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
On second down, it's Darnold. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Seattle.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They'll run the draw with London. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. From the 46, here's second and 3. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 31, here's second and 8. Darnold. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Seahawks will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Parkinson in motion. On play action, it's Stafford. This one caught by Parkinson. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down. And so far throughout the course of the game, I think the secondary's actually done a really nice job of taking him away. I mean, he's clearly one of their best players, one of the top players in the league. They're going to continue to find ways to target him. So defensively, it doesn't matter if he has 0 catches or 10. He is always going to be a focal point of this offense.
To throw on second down, Stafford. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
3rd and long. The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences. Third and long. Here's Stafford. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he'll take it on in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Rams go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Darnold now on 1st and 10. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Straight ahead, it's Walker. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking, Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Darnold to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but...
It is brought in the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing, Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Gets this one out pitch to Nakua. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. 3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Walker now gets us going here in the 4th quarter. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Darnold. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And this will not help the cause. He's going backwards. Tackled back at the 8.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Stafford now on 2nd down. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, L.A.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward and will give him 4 yards. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Punt team headed out for the Rams. Important punt here in this tie game late. To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. In motion is Barner. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Seattle.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, big hole left side. And he will get into the end zone. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, this is Blake Coleman. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. A give, and here comes Williams. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Second down, they need 3. On the ground, this is Williams. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the Rams first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Second down, it's Stafford. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Stafford from the gun on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Looked like he was at a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. In motion is Barner. Now a run with Charbonnet. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Not much happening there, just a short gain. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. In motion is Barner. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Smith and Jigba there for the catch. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Taken in right side by Barner. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And we got a big third down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
They'll let the fullback try to push the puck. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. Fourth down, straight ahead. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. So the pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So Myers back out there, had the field goal a moment ago, now set to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and 10. Williams. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Short throw pulled in by Parkinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's going to have the Rams 1st down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Parkinson in motion. Stafford to throw again. And is caught left side, that's Parkinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout, and will stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Here is 1st and 10. To the air again. Stafford. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
On 3rd down, Stafford. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. A big play there on 4th down. Good for an even 20. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks, as we say, so long from Seattle. It's Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson, and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Rams first down. They run over center with Williams. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 9. Play action, Stafford. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Byron Murphy gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And on third down, that ball incomplete. So fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And, Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team, every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion is Barner. To throw on first down is Darnold.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. In motion is Barner. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on third down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these third downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Seattle. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down?
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Got it with Smith and Jigba. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll run the draw with Walker, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Darnold.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. To throw is Darnold. And he'll throw this one away. Incomplete. Receivers blanketed everywhere he looked. Gonna bring up a 4th down.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Rams offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, L.A.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Throwing again is Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receivers saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
Third and 9. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That is caught. And the Rams going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Good blocking, and he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Rams move out to a 7-3 lead. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Shaheed now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
On 3rd down, the defense decides to dial up a blitz. Give credit to the offensive line and the running backs. They were ready for it. They picked it up. That's what allowed the quarterback to escape the pocket, see open space, and convert and pick up the 1st down.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's just a really nice effort by the defense to challenge him right at the catch point. It's really the timing of the contact that really is able to dislodge the ball, and they get a fresh set of downs to work with if he's able to hold on to it. But because of the hit, he can't squeeze it, and now they find themselves looking at 4th down.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's 19 yards for the 2nd straight play. They are rolling. Another 1st down.
What a start to this drive. Back-to-back, 2 big plays, and after that nice long run, all of a sudden you find yourself 1st down inside the red zone.
On 1st down, Stafford Here's a screen set up to Williams. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Second down, it's Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And the Rams are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
We're seeing this style of offense now all throughout the league, Mike. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and let them do the bulk of their damage after the catch. You can see a big reason here why. He's able to make that first defender miss, has him reaching for air, nearly allows him to get into the end zone. He gets stopped just short, brings up first and goal. I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Williams, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Now Stafford on third and goal. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Rams extend their advantage to 14-3. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. A return now from the 4. Ooh, and a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with first and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain. You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and 7. Darnold now to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
The Rams offense and Devontae Adams heading back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. To the outside, he's got Smith. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Stafford to throw again. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. Starting this drive on the ground. Here comes Charbonnet. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think this drive, and particularly that last 3rd down incompletion, Mike, has really summed up the story of this game offensively. No matter how many times they try to generate some plays through the air, there's just nowhere to go with the ball. In this case, the coverage is tight. They go 3 and out again. They've got to have earlier success and not just wait for 3rd down to bail themselves out.
Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll go with Williams. Whoa. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. It's another run here for Williams. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Parkinson in motion. They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap to Stafford. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Stafford. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. That catch puts him over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the first down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. This is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal, and at the very least got to come away with some points.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's probably one of the most used cliches in football, but I think this is probably the appropriate use of missed opportunity. I mean, he's open in the end zone. All he has to do now is catch it. So that's a play they're going to look back on at the end of this game and say, man, we let that one slip away.
And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
To the air again. Stafford. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Rams going to open up a 17-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now Darnold. This one snagged by Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. You know me, Mike. I'm going to sit up here and try to defend my tight ends any chance I get. I think this one's right on the borderline. I think that's a play he thinks he should have caught. I think his coach knows he probably could have caught it. But that was a tough one. That was no guarantee. So continue to find ways to generate open space downfield. Give him another shot, because more often than not, he's going to make that play.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw again is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. The Rams offense and Davante Adams heading back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And this is going to be a Seahawks first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Straight ahead, it's Walker. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
In motion is Barner. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost him 5. Darnold. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up. To throw is Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Throwing, Darnold. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Rams offense and Devontae Adams heading back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant, and this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man. It's Smith. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a 1st down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Parkinson in motion. Now it's Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
All right, so it's a great example here of an RPO, but against man coverage, Mike. So that's not really what you want to run those plays against. The idea is you want to do it against zone because you want those defenders' eyes on the quarterback in the backfield.
Stafford from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
Darnold to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. In motion is Barner. Darnold to the air once more. He'll get this complete to Walker.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Darnold to throw again. That's incomplete. Daring Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he'll get about 5. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Parkinson in motion. They'll run it with Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Rams 1st down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
That finds Nakua downfield, complete. A gain there of 21. 1st down, L.A.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
Yeah, so it seemed the second they broke the huddle, Mike, that there was some confusion. I'm not sure everybody got on the same page before that ball was snapped.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to the tight end in the running game. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's to Parkinson, open right side. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And this defense standing tall in the red zone. They stop him for no gain, and now it's 4th and goal.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on 3rd and goal. From this far out, you thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop him, they take him back for a loss.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. In motion is Barner. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Really well executed counter run there, Mike. And what you're trying to do anytime on these misdirection schemes is you're trying to get these linebackers that might play at a 4.5 speed to maybe play at a 4.7 speed. The hesitation, not understanding exactly where the ball is going to end up, gives you an advantage offensively, just like we saw here.
And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Third down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now fourth down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
So this is kind of a tricky down and distance, and I think for the defense, you really have to be ready to defend any type of play. They could keep it on the ground like they do here, but you also in the back of your mind have to think play action, drop back pass, screen. So there's a lot of plays at the offense's disposal, and they keep it on the ground, keep it simple, and pick up the first.
And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
On first and 10, here comes Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. They'll try to hit him with a screen. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8. Darnold now to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the gun with Charbonnet. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll try and run it with Walker. And he will score! Game on! Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. The shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. They put Adams in motion. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit, right at the line. No gain.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
In motion is Barner. On second down, it's Darnold. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Now, finally, he'll just flip it forward. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
You know, Mike, I'm not sure what was more impressive, the protection up front or the coverage by the defense, because both held up a little bit longer than we're accustomed to seeing, and in the end, it was the defense that got the win, keeping it to a modest gain.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Moving to his left, and he's got the first down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to first and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
The RPO, that one is complete. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, second and goal. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. They'll drop to throw, and he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone, and incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
That one, take it in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Seahawks.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over once again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago. They'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. They'll run. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
On first down, it's Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. Here is 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The 12's making noise in Seattle before third down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a fourth down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
Oh, they had a shot there and hit it to 5, but it continues into the end zone, and it will come back out to the 20. The Seahawks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Here's first down. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Second down, they need 7. Here we go. One final play. Up brings it in left side. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. 4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. In motion is Barner. On play action, here's Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end. From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go play action with Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Darnold. Got a man, that's Barner, the tight end. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat. He does the rest.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Now Darnold. The throw here is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
In motion is Barner. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down. So the pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to get a leg up in the OT. This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
So, the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Rams offense back onto the field for their next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now a first throw here in overtime. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Parkinson in motion. Stafford now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The motion man is Nakua. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team.